Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Diggin, and this is The Vibe. I got a couple of videos I have to catch up on, quite a few. So let's just get right into this. Every once in a while, I just, get these rushes of Harry or Meghan and Meghan and Harry, and for a while, quite a while, I've been a team Harry. I didn't say, Meghan and Harry. I said team Harry. And I just want to go there about him just for a couple of minutes. I came across something today that I thought was a really good program, and it made a lot of sense. And as his actions, Prince Harry's actions, were broken down, they came to the same conclusion that I've been saying for the past year, or actually probably a little more than a year, 2 or 3 years. Wow, time flies. That's just, wow, okay, somebody walked over my grave. Metaphorically speaking, I hope. Okay. Now, what was I saying here before I talked about somebody walking over? I was talking about Harry, and for a few years now, I've been, kind of feeling bad for the guy. Where I find myself going, poor Harry, literally. And, I've had people say to me, well, don't I realize this, or don't I realize that, or what do I think of this, or what do I think of that? Understandably so, because it's kind of like a minestrone that is in the process of being made. And that is, combination of vegetables and fresh tomatoes and fresh onions and garlic and so don't forget the beans, don't forget the little bit of meat, and you've got a nice minestrone. So it's along those lines there. And you can tell, that I kind of, I do feel bad for the guy. I really do. I could so see, a combination of confusion and aching heart and pride and worry and concern. I am going to say that his heart is really, really in the right place. Now, before everybody goes berserk and whatever else like this, what I'm putting in the description, you should check it out before you jump all over me for saying what I'm saying, and that is that there's been a lot of thought that has gone into all this, and a lot of feelings that have gone into all this, to their actions. Now, I am going to be bold and say, it's not just enough, it's not just the obvious that they are two separate people. I'm talking about Prince Harry and Meghan, or the Duchess of Sussex, as she likes to be referred to, which is fine by me. It's fine with everybody else, and it's fine by me. It's what's right in the House of Windsor, so that's what I follow through, and that's what I pay attention to. And until that day, I respect everybody. I understand, and there's a lot that I don't agree with, and I agree with pretty much everybody that is making a video, because yeah, at one point I made a video literally questioning the validity of everybody's actions, and kind of took it like this is a script that's being written out for everybody. It's a play of sorts. It's just not. It's on a bigger stage. This bigger stage called life. Because I cannot believe how, in certain sections of the family and this and that, and some of it is so mind-boggling. You do have to think, wait a second, is there something else going along, like here? This is for a really good reason. I get this. Like, all of a sudden, it's like everybody is, like, pulling at one another and going at it. And it did start, at that time, Miss Markle, and now she's Mrs. Windsor. And it was to burst the bubble. So how deliberate is it or is it not? But I'm getting off track here because I wanted to talk about Harry. And like I said, the poor kid, or the poor guy, he's not a kid anymore, the poor guy, he's never been experienced, and all of this is a first. And I said that a long time ago, that he is going to be feeling like a fish out of water, and it's going to be a whole new world. And with concerns, I know that there's awe and awness that he has. It's like anything else, trying to root yourself in a foreign land. It takes a little while. You settle. It takes a little longer for you to settle versus growing up somewhere and you've got this goal and you're going to go out there and you're going to build and put effort into that goal and create it, and you're going to feel more sure-footed. Where in a foreign land, you don't have that same feeling, because as far as the land being a distance, habits, there's a huge difference. There's a huge distance in thought patterns, and what is important and what isn't important. What would be important in one country would not be important in the other. What would be able to be blown off in one country, the other one is ready to persecute you. right? Different means. So throughout all of this and everything, and the Oprah interview, and what I'm putting in the description box, I really think you're going to enjoy it. It is a panel of 4 gentlemen. And these 4 gentlemen discuss the interview, and this is just Oprah and Prince Harry. And I really liked it because it was very objective. These 4 gentlemen, they analyze body mannerisms, the physical structure, the way that one walks tells somebody a great deal. The way that one, ticks is another great deal. And I myself started that study. I became interested when I was about 16 years old. And by the time I was 17 years old, I was already off and running because it really interested me. And what I learned throughout time, I put into practice just to see. And sure enough, so these are tried and true. So these 4 gentlemen is what I'm trying to say. You could tell are tried and true. And at one point, I'm trying to remember where in the video it was. Was it around 19 or was it around 40? I think 40 is the end of the video. No, so it had to be a lot sooner than that. So I suggest watching the whole video. it got to a point when I was watching it that I had a aha moment. And in this aha moment was the answer to everybody's question. Everybody that is asking, what does Harry have on the Queen that she is letting him and them get away with so much? Not retaliating, not go out in the backyard and get your own twitch here, your own switch. And I'm gonna put you into place. He's too old for that. But we think that there is a stronghold, and a lot of people throughout conversation and whatnot, there seems to be, because a lot of people have different conclusions, and one of the conclusions is that it's a blackmail of sorts. There's some blackmailing going on between the Sussexes, there we go, and the Queen of England. And what is it exactly that they have on her that she's allowed them to get away with so much? And some blatant disrespect. When I watched this, like I said, there was my aha moment right there. Right there. The analogy of these four gentlemen is exactly what I had said well over a year prior to this moment. And it is because of that the Queen has. That the Queen knows. She knows her grandson. She knows her grandson. And it is that the whole family really love Harry. And this is what gives me, my spidey senses go off a little bit, and I'm, going, is this a plot? Is this a ploy? Is this an out a story that is supposed to be played out as if it were on a stage? And to some degree, it is. And that is by, is the monarchy, the English monarchy, is it just going to flatline and just exist no more? Is there going to be that exodus that literally leaves it completely bare? Only its skeletons will be left behind if in fact the monarchy is flatlined. And I've got my reasons for things that I say, and believe me, I run them through my head a long time before I got to ever making this video. But what you're going to see, like I said, what you're going to see is exactly what the Queen sees and knows. I'll give you a little bit. More than just grazing the find, what they all agreed upon as the video, as they were breaking it down, and they were analyzing the physical actions, what it meant, why, what was the intention, where was this going to go, and ultimately what is the outcome. Now you need to brace yourself. I'm telling you, you need to brace yourself, because all of a sudden there's going to be a lot of attention that is taken off of Prince Harry and laid outside of himself, not the cross that he needs to be carrying, because he is carrying. And this is where he's saying, it's not from a prince, but of the man I've become. This understanding, this man that has grown with him, and exactly how much responsibility and what effort is put into this to sustain a life that every common Joe Blow lives. He had everything given to him, done for him, picked out for him, completely different experiences all together. So the conclusion of these 4 different analysts was Harry is being honest. So these things, okay, different pockets where Prince Harry looked like a liar, looked like he was trying to fool everybody in his family, take them all for a ride, play them to the max, and this is where I see there being that breaking between Prince Philip, not Prince Philip, Prince Charles and Prince Henry, father and son. I think I'm going to make a video of that rather than putting it in this one here. So the conclusion, and when we think about everything, from the moment that all of a sudden it appeared, where is our prince? Where is our Prince Henry? Where is our Prince Harry? Because the whole of Britain loves those boys. And there's one thing that, if you happen to hear this, Prince Harry, that is being overlooked. Even if this is a written plot, it's being overlooked. Upon the loss of your mother, and oh, do I get you. I so get you. So much that I'm not really myself healed enough that I can just start talking and not being moved by the pain that I feel regarding her loss. And brutal, I might add. So I totally get that. I forgot where I was going with Princess Di. I hate when that happens. Because the point of the matter is that when all the facts are unraveled, and it's like he said himself, it's the experiences that define the individual. And it really is. I put that in my videos myself. And I've got a couple of warnings that I do feel I have to make these videos. I want to get them out because I don't know, things have been so strange and nothing has been consistent. It has, man, from 1 minute, from day to day, I don't know if I'm coming, if I'm going, if I'm welcome, if I'm not welcome. I'm still playing with questions concerning love, what that means, and what if one doesn't show their affection at an appropriate, not inappropriate, because every time that you want to show affection and tell somebody you love them and hug them or something like this is the right time. The experience is the right time as well. I'm mentioning this because it's a good exercise where you yourself can find if you're on cue or are you way off. So here, what was gained more than anything, more than everything, and that is the fact that the prince, one of the prince of England, that is caught in this horrible situation, it's not as bad as it was. I really think that both husband and wife should hang up a couple of things before it becomes too old and too tired. Harry, there is something you're supposed to be doing. If ever somehow me putting this out there catches somebody's attention to give to you, I could tell you about your career. I'm shown all these different things, and sometimes I question why, if I'm not able to find the person or reach out to the person and give them this message. And what do you say? Hi, I'm a complete stranger, but I had to track you down because they gave me a vision as to which path was going to be the right path for you, and they did this and gave me both husband and wife. So I'm talking about the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex individually, both of them. Another one that I know I've mentioned, another message, and this is of the both of them together. I did throw that into a video, the last couple of videos, somewhere in there, and that was that they were going to come out, husband and wife, and they were going to be extremely honest about everything, so much so that they themselves want a healthy relationship with the public, with fans. And Prince Harry's desire for this is genuine. And so when I listened, and I could hear them breaking it up and adding this movement to that movement, this sound to that sound, I was very happy regarding their conclusion, because like I said, it is exactly what I thought a couple of years ago. And I believe, truthfully, I really recommend this video for the British people. I recommend it. And that is, isn't it nice to know that the prince, that via fear alone, just fear in itself, is being called a traitor And yet, psychologically, medically, they're telling you, yeah, well, don't want to burst anybody's bubble or blow the party, but this means he's honest. He's being honest. So I thought, what a wonderful gift for the British people. And then I started thinking, how many of them are going to get to see this? And I really think it's such an important video. They should see this themselves. Because what that will do is they give them all a clear vision of what is really happening, what is on the horizon, and what can be expected. And I think that will give London, will give England, will give the Empire a reprieve. They could put all that other stuff, file it under G, we'll keep it there, and when the garbage man comes by, it can go bye-bye. So like I said, 4 professionals, 4, they all come up with the same conclusion. These actions flat out indicate that he's being honest. And I thought, this is really interesting. I had to pick it up. And I'm going to say, please share it. Share it, share it, share it. Because a lot of people have believed, I mean, they're exasperated, wondering, what did Britain do to Harry that Harry should feel this way? But guess what? That's not the real story. That's not what's really going on. Really. So when he's talking and you think there's nothing but garbage and dung coming out of his mouth, I think this is going to shine a brighter light at what it is that you're looking at. So I'm going to say enjoy. Don't forget, it's in the description box, and share it. Share it. You can you can share, you can subscribe, you can ring that bell, and you can give me a thumbs up. You know what I would not like for you to leave, even though once upon a time it meant F off. It's funny how things change, eh? Now it's this finger. Growing up it was this thumb. That's crazy. I'm digging. This has been the vibe. Happy you, Britain. Happy you.